Welcome back. In this video we will see what all things we have done so far. So we have created the customer domain object, has a structure of a customer type, has a number of fields: ID, name, date of birth, city, zip code and status, customer repository type interface, and which has a find all method. Okay, then we have created the customer repository stub in place of database, which will return static data. So customer repository stub has a structure, customer repository or repo stub. Then we have implemented the find all method, and we have added the receiver of a customer repository stub type to the method, and we are creating the new instance of a structure and returning the customer object. Okay, this is what we have done so far. So now in this video we will create a service which will call our repository stub. So first we will create the service, and then we will invoke all the stub. Okay, so let's start the implementation of service for the customer. So let's see what the comments we have written here. So we have to implement customer service interface, and it has a definition for get all customer, which returns a list of customers. So let's go ahead and create the interface here. Type customer service interface. It has a get all customers method, which returns slice of customers. So we have written the domain object, customer object inside the domain folder. So domain, or inside the domain package, domain dot customer or errors. So we have done the implementation for the interface. Now this interface has a dependency on the domain.customer repository. So let's go ahead and create the structure here. Type default customer service is our structure. Now this structure, default customer service is our structure. It returns the repository object. So this is your going to be a variable of domain dot customer repository, and we are going to implement the method now. Let's define the function or func get all customer. Get all customer, it is supposed to return the domain customers or error. Let's go ahead and copy that. Okay, now here we have to make sure that it implements the default customer service. So we are saying service as a s as a service type variable, and default customer service is the register. We have registered this or a receiver type, default customer service. So service, now this function is supposed to return s.repository.find all method. So we are going to call the find all method using this service method, and we are going to implement here the helper function. This is going to create the new instance of default customer service. So this is going to return new customer object of a default customer service, and default customer service. We are going to here return default customer service, but default customer service is returning your repository object, so it expects the default customer service as a domain dot. Here we will add the repository, and here we are going to expect the repository of domain dot customer repository. Okay, we have done the mapping here for the domain and service. Let's go ahead and work on the handler. So inside the handler we have to create a structure, but before that, let's see what do we have here. Greet customer, customer, get customer. So let me go ahead, and for now we will simply move the greet at the bottom. So we are going to implement here the next thing, which is the structure. Let's go ahead and create the customer handler structure here first. Structure type, which is calling service. We are creating the service variable here, going to be of so we have created the variable service here of a customer service type. Let's register the customer handler service or structure with the customer method. For now, let's do one thing. Let's comment out the other methods we have here, or maybe we can just and inside the routes we have only customer handler route, and then we can remove the greet and other routes for now. Okay, so we have defined we have registered the customer handler with customers, and here we are returning the customer static data. Instead of this, we will return the data from the service, and create the customer comma error, or we can say ignore error for now, colon equals to customer handler dot, we have a service dot get all customer. So we are going to get a customer using the customers. So let's go ahead and register this, call this customers method inside the app. So here we can say customer handler dot customers. Let's go ahead and define the let's go ahead and create the customer handler variable. This is your customer handler. Okay, so customer handler expects the your service dot new customer service, and which expect your domain So we have done the binding here for the customer handler, which expect the service, and service is going to create a new instance of a service object, and which takes the input as a stub data. We have completed the wiring here. let's go and spin up the service. And check what we have done so far, whether our code is working as expected or not. Okay, so it is returning the XML data. Let me go ahead and remove the content type here and expect the JSON data. So it is returning me the data 1001, John 2001 and 3001. So that data is written inside the stub file. Yes, 1001, 1000, 2001 and 3001. So that is the response. We'll connect again into the next video. Thank you.